you tell us what your response is to the Oversight Committee launching an investigation into your net worth, you and your husband's net worth?
This is nothing more than Trump just upset that I love America so much that I just come and be the best person I can be. And he's just upset because he doesn't like brown women, and all the black women of America can relate to this. They don't like that black women are the most educated, and they don't like that we are making money. So I know that I went from making $100,000 a year to multiple millions of dollars. That's because I invest really well. It has nothing to do with things coming from the Learning Center. Good free evening, everyone. Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Model Renaissance Man, and I thank you for that. Make sure you guys are following me on these platforms and the ones down here. Click the thumbs up button. That way it helps my channel get pushed out of YouTube, shadow banning algorithm world. And when you do subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification. That way you should get notified whenever I do post. And lastly, don't forget to check out my other channel called Man Husband Father. Okay, thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are still deep into this whole deal of Minnesota just being cracked down on. And now because she was running her mouth, Congresswoman Omar, who is of Somali descent, does what a lot of people do in our country, the American dream, works her way up, become a congresswoman, has the opportunity to do good things, right? And I'm not going to lie to y'all. Look. Let me slow down a little bit. I am not for people committing fraud or anything like that. But let me tell y'all something. If foreigners can come into our country, get into certain positions, and they do stuff to do nothing more than benefit their community, Negroes, I tell you this again, what's going on with us? Now, I'm not talking about, look, the fraud stuff. Look, when those Somalis in Minnesota, they kept their stuff within themselves. A lot of stuff that y'all talk about doing. I'm just being real. A lot of stuff black folks talk about doing. We should have our own businesses. We should have our own community. We should have our own this, our own that. Keep the money regular. Hey, they were doing it. They was doing it like fraudulently, but they were doing it though. I'm not saying everything they did was fraudulent. A lot of it was. My point is, you are an American black born person. You're just a dark American at that. Right? Look how they did it. And they're the same color as we are. Anyway, since she ran her mouth so much, she comes from a country that they all seem to be trying to flee from. You flee from your country to come into our country, work your way up, live a life that y'all can never dream of, and then you complain about the country that you in. So because of that, and with this fraud coming out, Tim Walz definitely screwed up. Now all of a sudden, they're looking at her. And I'm just saying, people like her and Nancy Pelosi and all these other folks that become congressmen and congresswomen, I think I got some plans in the future because I need to get on whatever this stuff is that they do. I need to be a part of that. Anyway, check this out.
Can you tell us what your response is to the Oversight Committee launching an investigation into your net worth, you and your husband's net worth? They're claiming that it's risen rapidly. What's your response to what they're saying? Do you think they'll find anything in their investigation into your net worth?
Congresswoman Illhan Omar avoiding questions about her net worth that has risen astronomically during her time in Congress. President Trump wants answers. Writing on Truth Social, quote, Congresswoman Illhan Omar is worth over $30 million. There is no way such wealth could have been accumulated legally while being paid the salary of a politician. She should be investigated for financial and political crimes, and that investigation should start now. Saturday Night America anchor Kayleigh McEnany joins me now. It is amazing. When she started in 2019, she had a negative net worth. Her personal household net worth has gone from negative to $30 million, and her husband's Rose Lake Capital firm, a consulting firm, has gone from just dollars up to $25 million in value.
Yes. So what's interesting, you have her husband, Wynette, who started Rose Lake Capital, to your point. So Rose Lake Capital, you noted $42 and then skyrocketed to millions within a year. And these are according to public filings that she put forward, according to documents in a lawsuit.
Her own numbers.
Yes. And it caught the attention of, listen to this, not Trump's FBI, Biden's FBI. So in 2024, Biden's FBI raised questions about this skyrocketing wealth, some of these business decisions, and even Wall Street experts say, why is a former political consultant, that's what Wynette was, running a massive financial firm that, by the way, we've never heard of, and we're on Wall Street and we think we would have heard of it? A lot of questions.
Not to mention they also have a winery that has also experienced a similar, in California, by the way, that has experienced a similar explosion. Real quick, I want to play Tom Emmer, House Majority Whip, talking about this earlier this week.
This needs to be investigated. She was right at the center of the Somali fraudster operation called Feeding Our Future, the $250 million fraud case, largest pandemic fraud case in the country. Those are her people, and they're the ones that donated to her campaign. So Jamie Comer and the Oversight Committee are investigating this and looking into this, and this needs to be exposed.
Tom Emmer is Majority Whip because Republicans control the House. They also control the Senate, and they control the White House. Are they going to get to the bottom of this?
I certainly hope so. And by the way, I just note that that winery you mentioned, one of the wines was called the Devil's Lie. How about that? But look, they say House ethics or House
Sometimes
oversight.
they tell the truth.
Sometimes they do. Yeah. And maybe they don't. We'll see. But House ethics or House oversight is going to look into it. But look, it's time. To your point, we have the House now. And I'm hopeful and bullish that maybe Republicans will overperform in the midterms. But that's not a guarantee. So now is the moment for House oversight to look into it, for the FBI to look into it. Kash Patel's been doing a phenomenal job. I have no doubt that they are. But look, the time is ticking, especially for Congress.
Do you get the sense, I feel like Illhan Omar has, a lot of, she's been out there saying crazy things about the fraud in Minnesota, talking about the ICE agents. All of it sort of makes me wonder if she's not, I don't know. I just get the sense that maybe the walls are closing in on her. Maybe she realizes that a lot of these questions are being raised.
This is her district that she oversees.
Yeah.
We have all seen the billions of dollars of fraud. We're just now scratching the surface of it all. And I'll tell you, my producer, he's amazing, Jake, has been watching Somali TV all week. So we have all these new clips from Keith Ellison and Jacob Fry. And these elected officials, there's a lot of questions, what they knew, when they knew about it, and why they didn't act.
And when you think about $9 billion in waste, fraud, and abuse, in a lot of it touching on programs that Illhan Omar brought, included in legislation, and brought to her state. And then on top of that, it went to people who were politically connected to her.
That's right. And that's why David Hoke and Nick Shirley bringing light to this and asking the questions and pointing out, what did you know? When did you know about it? I'm hopeful that all of these officials come before Congress. It's great to hear from Nick Shirley and David Hoke, but I want to hear from Fry. I want to hear from Walz. I want to hear from Omar.
Absolutely. Okay, we've reached out to Congresswoman Omar's office for a statement, but we have not gotten a response.
So with all of that being said, we see all the stuff. We see her finances. We see the financials. We see how she came up. We seen how she remarkably gained a ton of money. But now what? Y'all know about that story about that Olympian being arrested right now for the cocaine trafficking and everything like that. You see how they show him in cuffs and walking out and they breaking the story to us? Why is it that none of that is happening like with a lot of these folks? Do you really think something is going to come of this story? I'm going to tell you right now, not. Nope. Nope. Because there's too many people that's on the right that's probably have done what she's done too. See what I'm saying? But is it again one of these deals where it's trying to get us to focus on her while all this other stuff going on might slip under the rug, or this might just be the focus they want us to look at it right now because they know nothing is going to come up. Some other stuff is going to go on at the same time. Y'all know, always get this right. There is going to be some world event, some weather event. Somebody's going to get murdered. Some significant person is going to pass away. Something is going to happen that's going to make us put this in our brain as, the shelf are not all that important anymore. Just saying, nothing's going to happen to her. Nothing. I hope that I'm wrong. What do y'all think? Whatever it is that you are thinking, let's see it down in the comment section, okay? Don't forget to do this right here. That helps my channel. Next video up there, video I did yesterday. Here, if you have not subscribed to the channel, click that. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.